Hi, everyone. Bandit here. It's October. It's the scary month, which means it's time for Husakari now. Everyone säkra skriver. Lämplig film. Behind the affair. Humayat. Scariest. Snäll game. Affirmate.
If you've played Majora's Mask to completion, you probably remember all too well the darkness that game holds within its pixelated world. You probably remember all too well the song called the Elegy of Emptiness, which is responsible for creating one of the most disturbing images in Zelda history. But if you're newer to the franchise and maybe haven't played Majora's Mask or haven't heard of the infamous creepypasta named Ben Drowned, allow me to explain what the Elegy of Emptiness is real quick. As the events of the game unfold, Link eventually finds himself facing off against the long-dead King of Icana, whose name is Igos du Icana, and upon defeating the undead emperor is taught a strange tune. This tune gives Link the power to create, quote, a soldier who has no heart. Empty, soulless copies of himself that take on whatever form Link was currently in, as statues. Meaning if he was wearing the Zora mask and therefore was Zora Link, then the song would create a Zora Link statue, and so on and so forth for the Deku and Goron forms. This tune is called the Elegy of Emptiness, and pretty much every aspect of the song is self-explanatory. I mean, it creates soulless duplicates of Link, like a 3D snapshot picture as motionless statues using some sort of ancient mysterious magic. What's not to understand? Well, if that was all there was to the story, it wouldn't have been talked about so heavily for the past, 2 decades or so. The reason that the Elegy of Emptiness is such a creepy topic is because of what the statues look like when they're created. See, out of all the neutral appearances for the statues that the game's developers could have gone with, they decided to go with some genuinely creepy design choices instead. The kind of which are so deliberately different and deliberately bizarre that they must mean something. The Elegy's duplicate statues look far different than any of Link's forms. This is actually very obvious if you think about it. The Deku statue isn't wearing any of Deku Link's green clothing, nor does it have his blonde hair, and its pose is stretched out, almost as if it's reaching out for help. The Goron statue is also not wearing any of Link's green clothes that Goron Link wears, and is additionally wearing a black beaded necklace instead of Goron Link's blue beaded necklace, and has a giant scar across its abdomen, where Goron Link does not. The Zora statue has one completely tattooed arm and a single bracelet on its other, and again is not wearing any of Link's clothing. Additionally, all of the statue's facial expressions are quite alarming as well. The Deku statue's expression is sad. The Goron statue's eyes are completely white. And the Zora statue's eyes are also white with its mouth wide open in somewhat of a horrified, gasping expression. Now, this is all very strange because the other forms that Link takes on don't have any of these features or facial expressions. Except for maybe Deku Link, but that's hard to tell because Deku faces all kind of look the same. But as veterans of Majora's Mask lore will probably agree with me on, you know who these statues do actually look like? The dead people that Link got his alternate form masks from, which would specifically be the Deku Butler's son, the Goron hero Darmani III, and the Zora rockstar Mikau. The son of the Deku Butler is already dead at the beginning of the game, having been killed by the Skull Kid in order for him to curse Link, so we don't get to see what the little child looked like in life. But in death, the tree that the sun has turned into has sad eyes and 3 leaves on top of his head, the same as the Deku statue. Darmani appears to us in-game as a ghost, unwilling to leave the mortal world until his soul is healed by Link playing the Song of Healing, after which his soul departs into death. but we can see that he wore a black beaded necklace in life and had a large scar across his abdomen, the same as the Goron statue. We do actually get to see Mikau the rockstar living, although it is only for a few moments as he dies soon after meeting Link. In life though, Mikau had one completely tattooed arm and a single bracelet on his other, exactly like the Zora statue. And the fact that the Goron and Zora statues' eyes are white as opposed to their living forms being black implies that the statues are taking the form of a soulless or dead body. Do you see what I'm saying now? It would be a simple case of, oh, the Elegy just makes a blank statue duplicate of Link, but because of these deliberately strange designs of the statues, there's obviously something going on more than what we thought initially. It would be like if every time I took a picture of myself, which is supposed to create a digital duplicate of my image, it came out looking like a dead person every time, which would be so creepy and strange that I'm 100% sure that not a single person would even try to pretend that's normal. In my opinion, the same logic applies for the Elegy of Emptiness and its statues. Since these 3D snapshots take the forms of not Link, but the souls that gave Link his alternate forms, who are all dead at this point, it can be assumed that the mysterious power of the Elegy of Emptiness attempts to create duplicates of souls instead of bodies. I mean, this has to be the case for two reasons. One, Mikau's physical body is shown evaporating in front of our eyes and therefore does not even exist anymore. And two, the Deku Butler's son's body has a tree trunk instead of legs, but the Deku statue has legs instead of a tree trunk, which we've never seen in game. So where would the Elegy of Emptiness have gotten the Zora and Deku forms from if their physical bodies are forfeit? Well, to me, this means that when Link plays the song while wearing a transformation mask, or in other words, while wearing a body that is not his original body, the Elegy must be reaching beyond Link in the mortal realm into the realm of death, where it searches for and locates the original soul connected to the body of the one playing the song, and then becomes a physical snapshot of that soul. And we know it has to be an up-to-date, immediate snapshot of the soul in death because of the Goron and Zora statues' white eyes, which we never saw before they passed on, implying their current state of being dead at the time of the Elegy being played. Alarmingly, none of these soul snapshots look particularly happy, meaning that even though Link healed these people's souls and allowed them to pass fully into death, they still look horrified. I guess the afterlife isn't as peaceful as you might think. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that I haven't been mentioning the biggest part of the Elegy's creepiness, and that would be the duplicate Elegy statue for Link himself. As in the one that materializes when Link isn't wearing a transformation mask and is in his own body. This statue is so bizarre and so unnerving that it is primarily what spawned these countless theories over the years, and even the famous Ben Drowned creepypasta. You see, there are two big differences between Link's statue and the other statues. One, the other statues are created from snapshots of dead souls, and Link is not dead, contrary to semi-popular belief. And two, while other statues' faces look sad or horrified, Link's statue's face is smiling. A strange, knowing, terrifying smile that's haunted gamers for over 2 decades. One thing that the statue tells us about Link is that he still has his soul, and he himself is not currently dead, because his statue's eyes are blue and not white or blank like the other ones. But the question is, if the mysterious power of the Elegy of Emptiness reaches into the other side of death, to snapshot the soul of a body, if Link's soul is still here in the mortal realm, then just what is Link's empty statue a picture of? Well, since Link himself is still alive and has no presence in the realm of death, what if the Elegy statue is a picture of death itself, specifically Link's inevitable death manifested as a physical expression? You see, everybody dies. Everybody, including Link. When the Elegy was called upon to find Link's soul on the other side, it found nothing, so it duplicated his physical form instead of his soul. But it couldn't help knowing that this was only temporary. Eventually, one day, maybe soon, Link's soul would leave his body and pass into death. Somehow, some way, but inevitably all the same. And that bit of terrifying knowledge of inevitable death made it smile at Link. Or maybe, just maybe, it was smiling at you. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this fun little scary theory video. Please keep in mind that this was just my theory, and mostly just for fun at that, but I'm still interested in knowing what you thought of it. Is the Elegy of Emptiness the personification of Link's inevitable death, smiling at him as it awaits him on the other side? Or is it still unknown as to why the developers chose to put such a creepy smile on the ominous statue? Let me know in the comments below. And if you would be so kind, leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe if you haven't already for much more geeky stuff to come. As always, huge thanks to my Bandit crew, of which I have a new name to announce. Say hello to Michael B, who recently joined up with my elite. If you watching are interested in doing the same and helping these videos get made, please feel free to click that join button located below or follow the links in my description. That's all I've got for this one. So as always, I hope you...